This place first opened way back in 1950. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Those defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Love looking to throw it. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And they run with Harris off the option. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Now Murray off play action. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Murray got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing now is Murray. Got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. 5 yards remain on second down. An option handoff given to Harris. They find some open field here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10. Here's Love. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. Hassan Reddick charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking deep for Adams. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken it around the 40. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's got some space here. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 10-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call. I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Love, they go play action now. Open man, Amari Rodgers complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On 3rd down, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. He'll return it from the 6. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 40. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Murray. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down and 4. To throw, it's Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. To throw is Murray. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Kenny Clark forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we'll go from personality. That's you, Charles Davis. To another one in Orlando. The coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. That's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him now to this point. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Murray going to throw. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Murray now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Murray now on 1st down. This complete to Martin. That catch good for only a couple. From the 44, Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martin. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Murray again. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On 2nd down, Love once more. Jones has it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup there on the run.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing. Love. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
On 1st and 10, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this down to the 10.
It certainly feels like there are more stars in the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, Love flushed out right. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Amari Rodgers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. What's good on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Love has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
1st down, Murray. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throw left side complete. That's Martin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Love now to pass on first down. It's caught here by Adams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Again, it's Love. That's complete to Rodgers. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A second down throw for Love. That is caught by Rodgers. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll go with Jones. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Bust through the tackle. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They hand this off to Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now Harris. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. 3rd down and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles
The Jets now on the clock. The Bills on the clock now. What direction will they go? On the clock now, it's the Dolphins, and time is ticking. The Buccaneers are on the clock now. The Ravens are now on the clock. All right, it's the Panthers now on the clock. Now the Seahawks are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? On the clock now, the Chiefs. The Saints are on the clock now. What direction will they go? The Raiders on the clock now. What direction will they go? And the Rams now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? All right, next up, the Jets are on the clock. All right, now on the clock, the Giants. It's the Saints now on the clock. Okay, it's the Saints now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Raiders now on the clock. All right, now on the clock, the Chargers. Okay, it's the Titans now on the clock. And the Browns on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go in. Okay, next up, it's the Packers on the clock. Okay, it's the Cowboys now on the clock. And the Panthers on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go. The Cardinals are now on the clock. Now the Broncos are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? It's the Bills now on the clock. And now we turn to the Jets. It's their selection. All right, the Ravens are now on the clock. Okay, next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock. Okay, the Ravens are on the clock now. All right, now it's the Raiders' turn. They're up. All right, now on the clock, the Rams. The Jets now on the clock. Let's see what they do. On the clock now, it's the Giants, and time is ticking. The Eagles are now on the clock. All right, next up, the Bengals are on the clock. All right, next up, the Colts are on the clock. All right, next up, the Patriots are on the clock. And the Chargers now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? All right, next up, the Titans are on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Packers, and time is ticking. All right, on the clock now, the Cowboys. Okay, the Panthers on the clock now. And now on the clock, it's the Cardinals. Okay, next up, it's the Broncos on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. Okay, the Jaguars are now on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Jets now on the clock. All right, on the clock now, the Lions. The Vikings are now on the clock. All right, on the clock now, the Saints. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Rams on the clock now. Okay, the Steelers on the clock now. The Jaguars are up now. Let's see what direction they go in. And the Giants now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on?